Hello viewers, this is Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. I want to check in on some of your questions today, viewers' questions. People have asked me to read on Beto O'Rourke. Of course, I've read on him in the past, but we're going to have another look because it seems that he's sorted out his financial funding or his funding of his campaign. I want to take a look at Mueller, if we can expect any action on Mueller this week. I want to look at how Trump's feeling. I also want to look at the use of his veto and Mitch McConnell's Senate. Does he have 2/3 to override that? Whatever else presents itself, there are plenty of things that are still going on. Perhaps we'll take a look at QAnon again. I have some thoughts on that, but we'll just bring forth a couple of these questions that viewers have been asking. So where do we start? Let's start with the president's veto. Now, there's been a couple of things happening with the GOP and also the House, which are pretty significant. The entire House voted for the full Mueller report to be released. Democrats and Republicans across the aisle, both parties want to see that report released. Then we had Trump's declaration of a national emergency. 12 Republican senators voted with the Democrats here, and also that was repeated to a certain extent in the House. So we have significant pulling away of the GOP from its president. Now, we also have Donald Trump at the same time threatening on multiple levels, but I'll get to that as we go on. Let's just have a look. He's used his veto. To stop the resolution that decried the national emergency as being unconstitutional. It will now most likely go to the courts unless Mitch McConnell would use his 2/3 to override the president's veto, which is unlikely. But let's have a look at will Trump get his money? Will the courts? There are several litigations going on at the moment. Will Trump get his money for the border wall via the courts? I'm hearing no. Will Trump get his money for the border wall via the courts? What do we need to know? Will he get that money? Will the courts find that declaration is legal and constitutional? Will he get his money? Okay, let's bring the laptop down. Okay, so straight away we're seeing that it's actually going to be quite hard work for Trump to get that through. Pardon me for doing that. Quite hard work to get that through the courts. He is being challenged by the vast majority who don't actually think the wall is necessary. It won't stop the immigrants. In one way or another, they'll tunnel under, or climb over. People don't think it's necessary. The vast majority of people don't think it's necessary. So he is being challenged by that. Okay. So what have we got as the foundation of the reading? It's just not going to get up. We've got the Five of Pentacles, which is really poverty and loss. So that's telling me straight away that money is not going to be coming through. So in the past, what is challenging Trump is new beginnings. So this is what we've seen occur over the last couple of months with Trump. He's getting increasingly isolated. Now, what's hanging over this is Trump trying to steamroll his way through. This is the Five of Swords. It's the card of bullying. It's the card of abuse of power here. This is what's bothering people, and what this is telling me straight away is the courts are not going to uphold that declaration, because we've got the devil here. This is an obsession of Trump's. It is not an obsession based on a legal I guess, a legal success here. This is Trump's obsession. Why did William Barr say that it would be likely to, in the DOJ's opinion, likely to get through? Well, we'll get to that later. Now, we've got the page coming forward, the page of wands here, which is the messenger card. This is also an inspired project. I feel that Trump's not, it's linking with that devil card. I feel that he's not going to let go. He's not going to let go of this. It is an obsession. He feels that he has to deliver this. But the environment around is the truth card. We've got the Knight of Swords coming forward. There's going to be something, coming forward around the truth. This is the environment around it. So what the courts will hear they're going to hear the truth, and that, of course, is based on the Constitution. So we'll hear that as it proceeds to court. We'll hear that. The hopes and fears, the hangman. This is around Donald Trump's impotence in getting this money for his wall. An election campaign promised that the Mexico would fund. Of course, now the American taxpayers are to fund. He's feeling impotent. This is an obsession here. And disappointment. So the disappointment, the Four of Cups. It's unlikely that Trump will get. Pardon me, that's the dog snorting in the background. It's unlikely that Trump will get his will be successful in the courts, which means that William Barr's predictions are unlikely to be are unlikely to come true or be successful either. Okay, so the executive power might be intact, but for that particular supposed national emergency, it'll be proven that there is no such national emergency. Okay, let's have a look at where William Barr stands on this. William Barr, the new Attorney General, promised to be transparent with the Mueller report, standing in the Oval Office with Kirstjen Nielsen, smiling, upholding Trump, who has got that many investigations before him. Barr would know to a certain extent what's in the Mueller report. He would have been kept up to date. Why was he standing there in support of what is clearly not going to be successful in the courts? What do we need to know about William Barr? King of Swords, interesting. This is the law. He had to stand there. This is him posturing. I am the Attorney General. I am the Republican Attorney General. I am Trump's Attorney General. But what is challenging Barr at the moment is the Five of Pentacles. This is loss, okay? So he will lose on this particular matter. Things coming forward very, very strongly and significantly and quickly. It seems that the courts are going to get to the bottom of this quite strongly. They're going to come forward with really what I would consider an indictment upon Trump for actually going down this path. But we've got the executive power here, and we've also got Trump thinking that he had the power to do it. Self-government, self-rule. So hanging over all of this is we've got the Three of Cups. So this is the support that Barr feels he must provide the president. But there is something also with this particular card that can be associated with gossiping, something not entirely transparent. There's something here with Barr that he may have been putting on a show to a certain degree. Okay, now in relation to the war, we've got the Six of Wands here. So there is victory in some way here for Trump, even though for Barr. Even though he's being challenged by loss, there is some sort of victory here in associating. It's associated with the Three of Cups. So what that's saying, that's an interesting card. What that is saying is that by showing his support of this particular issue, he has gained a victory with the President Trump. Why would he need that? Why would he need that victory? Okay, so he's gained a victory with the President. Now we've got the Eight of Wands here, multiple matters coming through. Now this is the number of investigations. It's also the number of investigations into Trump. It's also the number of cases that are coming forward around this declaration of national emergency. We've got justice in the environment. So I feel that there is something here with Barr in standing there and in supporting the President that gained him a victory with Trump. However, there is a loss here around the wall. A loss here around the wall, and justice is the environment here. The hopes and fears, I think this generally when it comes to Barr, we hope that he is supporting Mueller, and we also fear that he's not. The outcome, the Five of Swords, is the abuse of power. Okay, so it would seem here, and what is hidden from us is the Tower. So we asked about Barr. What do we need to know about Barr? Okay, it seems here that where Mueller's concerned, that's a different matter. But Barr is still the Republican Attorney General, and he needed to show support here for Trump on the national declaration of national emergency. And in showing that support, he won a victory with Trump. However, he wanted to show that he was the Attorney General. He wanted to put his stamp on things. He believes in that executive power of the President to declare that national emergency. However, he's going to lose. So is Barr playing both ends against the middle? I don't think it's that black and white. He's supporting an abuse of power. In supporting the declaration of national emergency, he's supporting an abuse of power, which is not going to be successful in the courts. Is this a trade-off? For Mueller? Let's have a look at the Mueller situation. That was another question from viewers. Let me just give the cards a good shuffle. Without a doubt, there's chaos, there's ruination, there's the Tower card being hidden there for Barr is suggesting that he may well, whatever his actions are with Trump at the moment, are going to be highly scrutinised in the future. And so, yeah, I'm not sure. Do I feel that he's playing both ends against the middle? I feel, as I said, it's not that black and white. It's not that simple. He is doing what he needs to do as a Republican Attorney General for his president. He's also keeping his options open with Mueller, understanding the need for full transparency there. So this is part of walking that tightrope, walking in both worlds, and he has a foot in both camps. That's pretty much what I'm seeing. All right, so in relation to Mueller, Robert Mueller's report, we're going to see any action. That Tower card leads me to this question. Are we going to see any action on Mueller? We're going to see any action on Mueller this week. We're going to see any action. Are there going to be indictments? What do we need to see? Okay, is there going to be any action from Mueller this week? Any indictments? Any action at all? What do we need to know? Okay, we've got the Nine of Swords here, which is anxiety, sleepless nights. Who's that coming down for? Anxiety, sleepless nights. worry. So we've got what's challenging that is reflection. Okay, so introspection causing anxiety. We've got secrets, we've got the moon card, secrets being revealed here. In the past we've got the law coming forward in the King of Wands, but this is showing there's going to be anxiety. There's a lot going on here this week in relation to the Mueller report. I feel that he's carrying a heavy load at this point in time. This could actually be Mueller here, but this is where it's at for him. He's the lawmaker. Not the lawmaker. He is the law, and he understands this has been, really a heavy load that he's been carrying for the last couple of years. In some way, he is stepping back and really going within, because he knows that these secrets, these things need to come to the surface. The Knight of Cups, someone coming forward with a proposal this week, something coming forward here. This has a sense of victory about it, this card. And it's connected to the Mueller's hard work. Yep. The Eight of Swords. Now this could either be something is going to come forward that is going to restrict someone in some way, or it could be Mueller feeling that he is restricted. Let's keep going with the reading. The environment around him is the Queen of Cups. This is again support, but it's also a queen that sees something, and they don't necessarily like what they are seeing. The hopes and fears, it's the sword of truth here, justice in the hopes and fears position here. Ten of Pentacles, the Trump organisation. Okay, the Trump organisation. Okay, and there's loss here. So what are we likely to hear here? Something connected with the Trump organisation may come forward from the Mueller investigation. Is this the Trump Tower? This is again around money. So let's dig a little bit deeper here. That's why we do this. We dig until we can get some clarity. Okay, so something around the Trump Tower. That could fit with the Tower card. So it would be could be something in connection to Roger Stone, and it could be also another indictment for those connected with that Trump Tower meeting. Let's ask that. Is anyone who attended the Trump Tower meeting going to be indicted this week? Is it information, something in connection with that? Is it Trump's children, any of Trump's children going to be indicted? Don Jr., Jared Kushner, any of those people in that Trump Tower meeting likely to be indicted? Particularly in relation to Trump's children, will they be indicted? Okay, so we've got the Emperor, so it's definitely connecting with Donald Trump. We've got the Seven of Swords. We're looking at theft and betrayal. It's interesting. This is connected with Donald Trump. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, some sort of karmic aspect to this, something that needs to change, something that will be changing. We've got the Five of Pentacles in relation to financial loss here. We've got the Five of Swords in relation to abuse of power. And we've got the Page of Wands in relation to some sort of communication coming forward here. Judgment, something ending. Celebrations. The Ten of Pentacles, Trump Tower, money. Okay. Oops, sorry. It's sliding on my new cloth. So what I'm seeing here is not necessarily, well, it could be an indictment, but it's more related, more information related to the Trump Tower meeting, but also the Trump organization. What is that? Is that likely to be a monetary connection? A monetary connection? Are we likely to see a subpoena coming forward for something that's associated with financing the Trump organisation? Is this a subpoena of a bank? I'm not getting an actual. There's something around the Trump organisation. There's something around that Trump Tower meeting. Some sort of information is going to drop this week that's directly associated with the President Trump. We had the Emperor there, and we had his business coming forward, and we had theft and betrayal, and we also had abuse of power. So is this likely to be related to financing in some way, or Trump's real estate, or Trump's loans? Is there likely to be some kind of subpoena or something to do with a financial organisation here? We're talking Mueller. Here. Is it relating to Donald Trump's finances? Got the Queen of Wands. Okay, so this again can be Congress, but it can also be really information that might have already been known, that they might already have. Queen of Pentacles in relation to financial resourcing here. Two Queens. The Page of Cups, some kind of proposal in relation to finances. Again, this kind of proposal coming forward that will be mutually beneficial. And we've got new beginnings. And then we've got the anxiety here. Yep. And new starts. Okay, what I think might be going to come forward this week is information in relation to Donald Trump's finances, loans and debts, something that might connect. There could be a subpoena for a financial institution, something like that. There's some damaging information likely to come forward this week in relation to the Mueller investigation. Okay, now I want to go to Russia here, and there has been some conjecture that Russia is getting ready for an act of aggression towards Finland or Sweden in some way to attack the EU, or not the EU, Europe, or the European Union, yes. Maybe not troops marching into Finland or Sweden, but perhaps territorial waters, islands surrounding the countries. Of course, Russia's been particularly aggressive in the North Sea. Ships using those waters have to actually get permission from Russia, and then a Russian representative boards those ships and accompanies the ships through those waters. So are we likely to see Russia in the near future some sort of act of aggression to Europe, particularly around Finland and Sweden? Territorial waters, are we likely to see some sort of aggression there? Ooh. It's the devil. Okay, and this is obsession, it's greed, it's avarice, it's power, and this is Putin's obsession with power. He's going to be challenged, though, this is around money news, so this could be sanctions too, potential sanctions if he does anything like that. I'm feeling that he is going to take that step. The Chariot here, things coming forward quickly, and it will be quite quick and quite surprising for people. in the past. So he's doing it really for all these acts of aggressions are to shore up his base in Russia, the average Russian, the average Russian family. And it's around his leadership, demonstrating his leadership here, the King of Cups. But at the base of everything that Putin does is the Ten of Pentacles. This is around the money here, and oligarchs and his own money as well. Economic expansion. And I think it's around those territory. I think it's around those waters, the seas, the environment around. There's a justice aspect here in Putin's mind for doing this. The hopes and the fears, the Nine of Swords, there's going to be extreme anxiety. I think people are going to be quite shocked. And the outcome here is, I think that while NATO may not directly step in because there's no land invasion, there's going to be some sort of action in some way that will be aimed to stop his aggression. I think things are going to be illuminated with Putin when he does this. I'm not exactly sure it's we're going to see. I'm getting see his aggression in the light of day. We're going to be hit by it. It's going to be a very obvious thing that he's going to do with those European countries that border Russia. Beyond just Crimea and the Ukraine, there's going to be a new act of aggression there. But will it be a step too far? This reading is saying that it is, because he will be challenged by sanctions. Okay, so I'm just thinking back. The good news today is that the judge that is looking at the separation of families has ordered that every single child be returned to its parents. Every single child. The judge has made that clear. Every time the White House or the council comes back, or the DOJ comes back and says, stalls with information, or says we've done this and we've done that, that judge holds firm. That judge was appointed by George W. Bush, and that judge holds firm and says no. Every single child must be reunited. So Kirstjen Nielsen's life would be very difficult at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to finish with another request that I've had a couple of times from viewers around, is Trump truly evil? I've been looking a little bit at QAnon, and I might read on that later this week, but my initial impressions of QAnon is that it wouldn't surprise me if that could be traced back to Russia. It's again this conspiracy theory using very sophisticated, while they're not tarot cards or psychic predictions, there's an element of mystery associated with QAnon that people are attracted to. But I've had several questions over the months. Is Trump evil? I don't really ascribe to, is Trump a demon or any of those things like that. What I do see is that he's failing to learn the lessons, and probably always will. I also feel that his health is quite bad at the moment. So let's ask those two questions. Will Trump learn the lessons? I mean, some see him as a messiah. His fan base, some of them see him as a messiah that's taking on the deep state, and they really do believe that. They really do believe that. And there are others who think that he is Hitler reincarnated. So let's have a look at, will Trump learn the lessons here? I'm just getting a pull towards his health, so will Trump learn the lessons? Will Trump learn the lessons? No, I'm getting no, and not in this lifetime. And I'm seeing the endings and the beginnings here, and it is around his power and abuse of power. That's exactly what I saw. Okay, will he learn the lessons? So we've got money. It's everything is connected with money. With Trump, power, money equals power. Power equals money. There's no divisions there. They're one in the same. And getting more money with the Three of Wands here. Getting more money, and look, there's an overseas aspect to this card as well, which just goes to the Russian, the alleged Russian collusion, the alleged money laundering, all of those things. It's around planning, and potential overseas sources of money, and we often get this card coming forward, the Seven of Cups, when there's some kind of abuse of choice here. So all of these things are glittering gold, and Trump is the emperor, if you like, making the poor choices. The Ace of Wands here. This is he's inspired. It's mirroring the Seven of Pentacles. He's inspired, really inspired by money. Now we've got the Sun card. It often comes forward. There's an illumination here, and it's often it can be a yes. Will he learn the lessons? Will this illumination eventually, as he loses his money, will this make a difference to him? The lesson that he might learn here is he should never have gone for the presidency, because the illumination of the potential deals or foreign money led to his downfall. So I think that in some way there will be a lesson learned here, but is it the right lesson? He's at the crossroads with his choices. At the crossroads with his choices. He is going to lose his money. This is the Five of Pentacles. It's mirroring what inspires him. So what inspires him is money, but what actually is the lesson, if you like, the flip side of the coin, is the loss of money. So his overseas dealings, these are the key lessons. His money, potentially what he's done to get money, looking to these foreign actors to do that. It's actually going to be the burden that he will carry. So there is some kind of illumination there around what he shouldn't have done, but it's not a moral illumination. The Eight of Swords is around being restricted, and that is his choices will be restricted. And we've got the Four of Pentacles is around his security, and that's pretty much going to be the last card. So what this reading is saying is that he will lose that he worships, which is the money. The lesson he will learn won't necessarily be around morals or ethics, or should he have, divided in the way. It's not. There's nothing showing up there. What is showing is the loss of his money. That potentially he shouldn't have got in bed with those overseas actors. There's going to be that illumination there, and that will be the burden he will always carry, always in this lifetime carry, will be the alleged collusion with Russia. It's not even, yes, the loss of money is going to be quite severe, but it's that aspect with Russia that is going to follow him for the rest of his days. And there's going to be lessons around his choices. His choices are going to be taken away from him. He will have less choice in the future. And of course, this will be him. It's not a world that he will feel secure in. So the lessons are around money and choice, and making the wrong choices. But they're not around division, morals, any of those things. So let's have a look. We'll give this a big shuffle. I want to have a look at his health, because I'm getting a pull there. I know this is a wide-ranging reading, but I wanted to have a look at a couple of viewers' questions. I probably won't get to the budget today. That's been another question, but we'll get to that I feel that my read on that budget is that they went over the top and, in a way that was designed to the House would never pass anything like that, and so this is electioneering as well by trying to paint the Democrats as being obstructionist. This is setting up for 2020. I feel that's what I feel with the budget. Yeah, in relation to the Social Security, we'll read on that as well. Okay, so Trump's health. What do we need to know around his health? I'm feeling heart issues here with Donald Trump. What do we need to know around Trump's health? What do we need to know around Trump's health? Trump's health. Yep. Okay, so we've got the endings and beginnings, and it's also the pressure. He's under complete pressure from every quarter across the world. He is absolutely the focus of negativity. So he's getting that energetically. He really does want to go back to a quieter time. He wants to go back to his life in New York before all of this started. There's something around his marriage as well. The Queen of Swords, this is coming up. He might actually be getting quite a lot of pressure coming from his wife in some way, and women. He's getting pressure from women. They are really being quite brutal. It could be even his daughter Ivanka blaming him. That's what's happening. And in the past, we've got having to having to defend himself. And justice right on his head, right on his head. I think he understands in some way that his presidency is finished. And the Eight of Pentacles is suggesting the Mueller investigation, but the multiple investigations on his tail. He's really feeling that pressure. That's why I'm sensing that he's getting confused with his words. His mind is not clear because he's just overwhelmed. And what is here at the moment? This is a major card, a major arcana, the Tower. This can also, we asked about his health, this can also portend some kind of trouble with his health. I'm not sensing a mental breakdown. I'm thinking that there's something physically going on with him. The environment around him, now this is the Hope card. I'm not sensing that he has hope still. I'm sensing that this is the intention of the world, really, as it relates to Trump. They want to see justice, and I think he's feeling that at a psychic level. He's feeling that momentum there, that momentum. Now, here he is, the Nine of Wands here, being extremely battle-weary. Seven of Pentacles, interesting, the Harvest card. What this is to me, work and the Harvest card, is that his work, there's a period of time when his work will finish because of the Tower card. There's some kind of money news. I feel he's extremely worried about his finances. And there will be obviously endings and beginnings for Trump. I'm going to ask for some endings and beginnings, endings of the presidency, and I feel that he will be going back in some way. He will be trying to recapture what he had before the presidency, but that's just not going to happen. Now, the Tower card. Can we have some clarity around the Tower card? This is at the moment, Trump at the moment, the Tower card. Question is in relation to his health. Some clarity around that. Okay, it is the worry and the stress and the anxiety. That's Trump at the moment. He's not sleeping. And it's around the fear. this is also a crisis of faith. So in his mind, this is the biggest obstacle he's ever faced in his life. This is also the fear that these secrets will come to light. This is why he's defending himself so in such a way. This is why he's threatening. He's not as active as, other than that veto, he's not as active as he once was. I feel that he is being sidelined to a certain extent. So I'm going to close down this reading and then I'm going to look at the GOP. Where are they? They know that justice is on Trump's tail. Where are they in all of this? So a little bit of a reading that takes in a lot of things, but as I said, I want to get through some readers' questions and also to have a good look at where Trump was, and also Mueller and Barr. So it could be something, information this week might come out in relation to the Trump organisation and the money, in relation to the money trail. There could potentially be some kind of action on behalf of Mueller to subpoena or get information in relation to a money institution. So I'll leave that there and we'll read again. I'll close down this reading and we'll have a look at the GOP.